If your hairline is thinning, you feel like your strands are getting weaker, I need you to lock in and hear what I've got to say here. Now, for the past 12 years, I have faced a patchy beard, thinning hairline, insecurities that came with it, rejection, and impatience, resulting to nothing but further frustration. This whole period, however, has transformed my story into something that I can now share with you guys, which is the ability to help. Okay, so your hair is thinning, and that's due to the follicles losing strength. The blood cells, the blood flow in that specific area isn't as strong as it used to be. Now, there's different causes to it, i.e. your wig, yeah, your wig, or it could be stress, it could be alopecia. There's so many other factors that could be the causes of it, and I think the best way to figure that out is speaking to a doctor or maybe doing some further research, because every case is on a one-to-one basis. I wouldn't say there's like a generic epidemic of people losing their hair. No, it's case by case. So you have to look at your lifestyle and understand what is it that you're not doing or what you should be doing that could be affecting the reduce or the hair loss. Right, so now that we've tackled that, we're going to number 2. Now with number 2, I'd say now that you've identified that you're losing hair or that your hair is thinning, what you need to do is reverse the cycle. How do you do that? Now, think of it as you could use a bicycle, okay, or a private jet. Now, the bicycle will get you to a certain distance because it'll get it moving. It will stimulate the growth and something will happen eventually. And that can be, let's call it maybe tier 1 of reverse hair growth psychology. Now that's basically something like massaging your scalp, or you could place in there, I don't know, using a derma roller and just literally just using the derma roller or the derma stamp, or it could be just really focusing on the physical moves that can generate or regenerate the blood cells and blood flow in that specific area. Because when you're losing hair in a specific area, a lot of it's to do with the fact that the area isn't receiving enough blood. So if you're now stimulated by maybe moving and pressurizing it, so like a physical move, you're going to re-stimulate that. It's like you're going to restart that engine, in other words. Cool. That's if it's not too late, by the way, because there are periods where you've gone too far, you've let it go for too long, and the damage is irreversible because it's literally lost that much melanin and follicles and you name it, right? Cool. So that's tier 1. Tier 2 is, we're gonna get to the private jet, don't worry. However, tier 2 I'd say is probably, so you've got the physical move, you want to add a chemical move to the steps. So what that means is, on top of your massaging your scalp using a derma roller or a derma stamp, you now apply oils. Now, the reason why that's slightly effective is because the nutrients still penetrate the follicles, maybe because of the derma roller or the derma stamp, which still causes some sort of hair growth. Now, without you doing anything, your hair would grow by at least half an inch, and that's really without doing anything. So if you now apply tier 2 to that should enhance that growth. So tier 2 is physical and chemical move, so that's derma roller and hair growth nutrient oil. It doesn't have to be Mainmine. It can actually be a different brand, so it can be just simply rosemary oil, or like a specific oil hair that's just adds some sort of food to your hair, basically, or your scalp, sorry. Cool, so that's tier 3 you want to start implementing, what you start looking at is your nutrition. Now, your hair is a ecosystem. Okay, so in other words, an ecosystem. So it's a system that works economically. Is that actually what it means? I want to stick to that. Right, so it's a system that works economically. I really like that. That's actually very smart. So, in other words, if you now add more control to that wheel, or if you add more intentional steps to that wheel, it's going to start working more effectively. So now if you start looking at your nutrition, okay, what does that mean? What do I eat? Right? That's the question you may have. Now, what you eat is things like fish, protein focused meals. If you're vegan, I can't recommend exactly what you should eat, but it should be protein focused. I'm sure that there's actual protein, because you know what's funny? Funny enough, I love meat, but I know that as a vegan, there's certain things you can eat that are actually very protein focused, such as, no idea, but I know that there are stuff that as a vegan you can eat that's protein focused. Cool. So that should sort that out. So now we're at tier 3. So we have nutrition that's added to the wheel on top of physical and chemical move. So now you want to add a little more of an upgrade. You want to add things like leave-in conditioner or moisture to your hair in order to stimulate the growth even more. Now, what does the moisture do? It boosts your hair growth differently, because your hair actually grows when it's moisturized. Or it's like, imagine your car's operating and you giving it oil makes it makes it, just see as, it kind of like makes it slip out more, let's just call it that. Or it just makes it more cohesive for it to work well. Okay, so the moisture allows the hair to work well. Put it that way. It's that simple. It's the simplest way to look at it. Cool. So now we've got the car. It's great. It's working well. But we now want to use the final step, which is the private jet. I know it's actually quite a big jump, but we're taking this the whole way. So let's recalibrate. So step 1 is simply just derma dermostat. Probably will take you not more than 2 minutes. Now with tier 4, you're looking at, before I start, I just want to present to you guys, this is a hair brand. We've launched a hair product on Amazon. It's the easiest thing to use. You put some water in it, you moisturize your hair, and then you massage it. You use a derma roller as well to intensify and open the follicles so that the oils can fall in. Once that's done, what you're doing is combing it out, going about your business. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes. But let's dive in. This is the main method. You're still looking at 5, maximum 10 minutes if you really want to be picky. This is to bring your edges back. So this is to get your confidence back. This is to get you shining with your natural hair, with your natural crown. This is for you to feel enriched, to feel alive, to feel great, to feel amazing, right? To be able to walk knowing that you're not showing off with someone else's hair. It's your hair that you're showing off with. I don't believe in instant locks. Look, come for me in the comments, I don't care. But I think anything that represents a shortcut, I don't believe in it. Just do things properly, personally. That's my personal opinion, but feel free to do as you wish. Now, so with tier 4, which should take you to 5 to 10 minutes, we've looked at nutrition. We looked at chemical moves. We've looked at physical moves, right? So massaging your scalp, utilizing the oil, nutrition. We've also added a bonus, which is adding leave-in conditioner. Now, these are things that will get your edges back. However, with tier 4, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to be able to produce in this level is the full ecosystem. Now, what does the full ecosystem look like? It's very simple. Your nutrition, physical move, chemical move, moisture, and sleep and exercise. Now, you add these 6 points together, your hair will grow back. And guess what? It's a win-win situation, because you don't just get your hair growing back, but you get yourself into a healthier lifestyle that allows your hair to grow on autopilot. Yes, I said it. Autopilot, to the point where you're just wondering, where the hell is all this hair coming from? Why wasn't it here before? And tier 4 is basically you literally putting your hair on go mode. Just pressing the button and just watch it re-evolve itself. And the reason why I'm saying this with so much confidence is that's exactly what happened to me. There was a phase where I had the afro, my hair was thinning as mentioned, but the afro wouldn't grow past a specific length. It just wasn't happening. Month 2, month 3, month 4, same length. It just wasn't growing. Okay. I then applied this ecosystem, tier 4 ecosystem, to my hair growth, and 2.5 years after, here we are. My hair is actually much longer. I don't know if you can see the strands, but my hair stylist decided to strand and make it shorter. Nevertheless, my hair is still long. But my point to you is tier 4 works. Why does it work? Because it's literally you creating a space that makes it impossible for your hair not to grow. Turn that into a habit, you're going to see your results. And look, you've made the hard work of typing in on YouTube how to get your edges back, how to get your hairline back. That's 50% of the work done. Now it's just about implementing it. All you've got to do is apply tier 4 to your daily lifestyle, and your hair will grow. Let me rephrase this. All you've got to do to gain your confidence back, all you've got to do to gain your authority, your power, your boldness in this specific area is, you can do maybe 3, 4, 5, tier 4, 3 and 4. You can do 2 as well. But guess what? You do these things, your hair will grow. Why? Because that's exactly how my hair grew. Right? So I'm not telling you this because I've researched and I'm hoping for you to tell me no. Everything I'm telling you is what I had to do in order to see my results. So I'm giving you that for free. Now, in order for you to turn this into tier 5, which if you're still here, congratulations. I kind of already told you the secret, but if it went over your head, not to worry. Tier 5 is main mite hair growth oil. Now so we've discussed the ecosystem, but what we haven't discussed is there's diesel and then there's premium diesel. I don't know if you can see where I'm going with this. You know when you detangle your hair and half of it comes off, that's your hair growth bond. Well, most of it anyway. The reason why it's still stuck at the same level is because by the time you start combing it, most of the growth goes with it. So what have I developed? I developed a product that once you moisturize your hair in, you keep your hair wet, moist, not wet as in drowsy wet, just about wet. Just make sure that there's no water dropping, in other words. Like, yes, it's wet, but it's not as dense, right? It's like a light touch. So once you've done that, that's the moisture. You then apply the oil, lock it in, right? You proper sort of get to the roots. That's with your beard, and then with the scalp, you really massage the scalp and really just something like this. There we go. There we go. Now you go into the areas where you want the hair to grow massively. Then you go in, right? You do that. And that's tier 5. Consistently, every single day. For 5 minutes. Not more than that, right? 5 minutes. Can you do that for 5 minutes? Yeah? Great. So, if you do that for 5 minutes, again, this is what I did. I saw the results. I didn't just see the results. I exceeded my own expectations. My beard grew past the level that it never went past for the past 5 years, right? Crazy. My hair grew to the length of someone that's grown their hair for 3, 4, sometimes even 4 or 5 years, right? It's shoulder length. As you can see, it's 2 strands now, but it's shoulder length, right? What I'm saying to you guys is this stuff works. Try it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are in regards to these strategies. I'm just here to save you time. I hope that by clicking this video, you've now figured out a way to implement how to get your edges and hairline back, how to get your hair growing at insane speeds. Now, I can give you all of this, but what I've actually done as well is just so that I make sure I need you to lock in and understand this, right? So what I have done is I have added a booklet with all this information so that you can go in and read it for yourself and apply it for yourself. This booklet is free of charge, but what I tell you it does is it works. It gives you all the tips you need and different subjects and topics that affect sort of tackle the hair growth situation, but more than anything, get your hair growing. Okay, so guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you really like this video, I'm sure you're going to like the next one, which is about 5 mistakes I made that were affecting my hair growth. Okay, in that video I break down and discuss 5 steps that I took and changed my whole hair growth once and for all. Guys, tier 4, tier 5, tier 3 is the secret. You apply those, one of those 3, doesn't depending on your situation, whichever you want to do. Some people have light hair, some people may not be fans of derma rollers. You can use your hands and massage it, okay? But you apply these things, I'm telling you, it's going to work. All right? So guys, till next time, I'll see you next week. Peace.